Names in CenterPoint are the businesses or individuals that you do business with, such as your customers, vendors, employees, and salespersons. Name groups are a way to categorize your names that are in the list and used for filtering and making your selection of a name or for reporting. We're going to make a new name group under Setup, Names, and Name Groups. We have two name groups here already, product suppliers and utility providers. We're going to click New to create a new name, and we're going to make one for equipment dealers. So we'll call the abbreviation Equipment Dealers for the name. I'm ready to click Save. If you need to edit one of the name groups, you can highlight and click Edit or double click. If you need to delete, you can click the Delete button. It'll come up to verify, and if you click Yes, it will give you a message if this name group is still assigned to some names. If you unassign your names from the name group, then it would let you continue to delete that name group. And we're going to click Close here. Now we're ready to assign our new name group to our names. So we're going to go up to Setup, Names. And there are two ways to assign the name to the name group. You can do each one individually, highlight the name and double click or go to the detail. And in the General tab is the Group field. Click the lookup and select the group that you want to assign this name to. Once you have it assigned, click Save. Or if there are several names that you want to assign to the same name group, you can use the Mass Update button. Hold down your Control key and select all of the different names that you want to assign to this group. So we have an All Power Equipment, Berry Equipment, and Great Midwest. These are the three names I want in my new name group for Equipment Dealer. Click Mass Update, click Next. In the General tab, that's a selection we want there, and select Name Group. And it lists the one name that we already assigned to the name group. That's okay. Down at the bottom, we can do Change Selected Values to the Equipment Dealers, the name group we want. And if we click Next, it'll display the old name group, which was Equipment Dealers, and now it's the same one, but that's okay. But now we're going to assign to all of the names at one time Equipment Dealers. If we click Next, it'll verify that it's going to save it to the database. Click Yes, and we can click Finish. Now we have the name group assigned to all three, and we could go use that group in a payment to make a selection of names. So if we go over to Payments, in our Pay to the Order of, which is a lookup of our names, under Filtering, there are different ways you can filter names, and one of them is Name Group. And it came up with our Equipment Dealers. If we wanted to select a different group, we click the down arrow, but we have Equipment Dealers. And we see here the three names that we assigned to our name group of Equipment Dealers. And we can select the one that we want for this particular entry. Or you can use your name groups in Reports. If we go up to Reports, and we'll go to Transaction Reports, Purchases by Accounts, and Accounts Payable, and do the purchases by vendor. In the vendor, which is again coming from names, we can go to our filter again, the same filter as it looks like in the payment screen. Go to Name Group and pick which name group we want to do. So if we go to Product Suppliers, we see a list of the names that were assigned to that particular name group. I could take one of these if I wanted to and move it to the right, or I can use my double right arrow and select all of them. Click OK, and if we just click Preview, we're going to see all of the entries done to those names in the other filter parameters that we had. So we have all the entries to each one of these names that were in that name group. And those are different ways that you can help filter your names and keep them a little bit more organized in making your selections.